I have to show you one of the coolest features of Duramax Tuner's specific shift on the fly. Back to another video and welcome to a beautiful day in Pennsylvania. We've got some really killer weather in the forecast this week, and man, it's got me feeling absolutely incredible. I hope that you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whenever it is that you're catching this upload, and thank you again for stopping by. We got a lot of stuff going on in today's video, including picking up our freshly emissions intact tuned AT4 2021 Duramax. Now guys, in the last video, I know there was a little bit of controversy about how I should delete the truck, but I'm not in the business of deleting trucks. Whenever it is that we have a deleted truck, it's always because we ended up buying it from the used market and all that stuff was already done. This time around, I wasn't about to take anything off of this truck, and truthfully, I didn't even want to take anything off the truck because I kind of like having a quiet everyday driver. Now, scold me as much as you guys want for that, that's fine. My Audi R8 makes a lot of really great sounds, as does my 1113 horsepower single cab compound turbo Cummins, and of course Jake's oh so whistly Duramax Tuner Stealth 64 equipped LBZ, and the OG 2.0, which is Dream Diesel giveaway number 19, which is going to be going to one of you guys very soon. We have not figured out who the winner is yet, but we are readily approaching the time at which we will be finding out, which is between September 13th and the 17th. And boys, I'm ecstatic to get the name and meet you to get you out to Pennsylvania to take that truck and that cash home. And then we're going to have a slew of other winners with the KTM and the other tech prizes that happen during that giveaway. And speaking of giveaways, boys and girls, Dream Diesel giveaway number 20 is going to be launching here very soon. I don't have a specific date because I know you all want to update your calendars quite yet, but bear with me, it's coming. So we got ourselves a little update here on the grading that Jake was doing in the last video, and boy, he did an awesome job. Dude, I am proud of you.
I don't know where those skills came from, but they were applied right here.
Well, you really made it look like you kind of knew what you were doing. So I'd hire you next time around. We did a great job on that. We got topsoil spread, the plans to turn some of this into grass, and I'm actually considering just expanding my stone driveway back here as a convenience because inevitably we're going to be walking here anyway. So to have the stone, it would be nice, but I don't have any discretional extra stone at the moment because all that stone in there and all this stone in here needs to be dedicated to this space to prepare for our concrete sandwich that I had explained to you guys in a previous upload, which will include some insulation mat, 1/2-inch PEX piping for the radiant floor, and then of course the concrete on top with some wire mesh in there. Hey Jake, how's the LBZ been running for you?
Freaking fantastically.
It smells like garbage. And garbage it absolutely is. The stock tunes on these trucks are absolutely terrible, guys. They just do not enhance the driving experience at all. Now, we are in the tuned truck. Everything's ready to rock and roll. Duramax Tuner made it extremely easy to get this done. We installed the HP Tuner's ECM. We took out the factory one, which Jake has a weird obsession with sniffing.
You say weird, I say normal. It's subjective.
We used the MPVI 2 from 8-Ball and we just calibrated this thing. It's really that simple. Thank you so much to Duramax Tuner for walking us through everything that we needed to know to get to this point in time. I'm gonna walk you through some really cool benefits of this thing here shortly, but I wanted to genuinely share something with you guys. And that's my first experience in an emissions intact tuned 2021 AT4 Duramax. I think this is gonna be a pretty cool experience because there's a lot of things that I could complain about, but I like to try and stay positive, so let's go out for a drive. Dude, she scoots.
Holy crap.
She scoots real good.
I'm shocked. Was that full pedal?
No, that was not. So right now, guys, we're in the third tune. So let's just go through the index real quick of the shift on the fly that Duramax Tuner offers these trucks. You got your enhanced tune, you got your heavy tow tune, you've got your light tow tune, which we're in currently. Then you get into your performance maps, which they do not recommend towing with, which are the street tune, which is 100 horsepower over stock, and I think it's 150 foot-pounds of torque over stock. And then you get into the performance tune, which is actually 150 horsepower over stock, and I think it's 200 foot-pounds of torque. Don't quote me on that, but you definitely see some serious enhancements in power. power. And we're just cruising right now, ladies and gentlemen, and this truck feels completely different. Now, granted, it doesn't sound any different. Let's just write that all off for a minute. Let's talk about what I feel. Now, obviously, that's a little bit difficult because I need to communicate to you guys what it is that I'm experiencing. But if you were behind the wheel of Misfit right now, this is what you would feel. How's this go, Jake? You? Where's the guy she tells you not to worry about? Pedal responsiveness, my God, guys, it's completely different.
I wanted to ask you about that.
It feels so good, and the power, it just steps into it. We are just accelerating up this little hill here. Now, guys, the big thing that you're gonna notice right away, an immediate haptic improvement, is the dead pedal is officially dead. It is retired, RIP, but not at all. The dead pedal in these new 2020 plus Duramaxes is really, really bad, to the point that it's actually even worse than the previous generation K2X XL5Ps. It's kind of a miserable thing to interact with because you accelerate to merge out or to pull out, and your truck feels like it doesn't go anywhere until you like mash the throttle. I hate four-way stop intersections. They're the worst. Everyone's like, go, who are you? You good? You good? It's like that TikTok that we made that went super viral. Yeah. It was because of that stop sign right there. That's where I got the idea.
See, my theory in stop signs is when like no one knows what they're doing, you just go like this.
Just go.
And then mash the throttle.
Just like that?
Just like this.
Not in your LBs either, right?
No.
Your Jetta? In the Jetta you do that. Okay. Whack! And that feels immediately different. It's very, very nice, I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna step into the throttle here. I haven't let this thing learn at all. Yeah, it picks up. We just got up to 80 miles an hour in like no time at all from a casual 35.
So does the thing that limits your speed go bye-bye too?
Yes, now the governor of 98 miles an hour is officially gone. No more governors in our lives.
Not that we would ever have to like test the limits of that. That's why I was asking if it does take it away or not. But.
Yeah, but in all reality, the governor thing, yeah, obviously don't speed, don't do that, whatever. We're past that point in time. But it is truly a pain in the butt. It's a menace, and not having optimum power out of the factory powertrain is an annoyance, guys. At the end of the day, you depend on that power to make moves. And if you're yielding and somebody's ignorant and it's not out of your way, you want to be able to mash down on the throttle and get out in front of them with confidence. You don't want to try and race them to a point where you're going to have to end up slamming on your brakes anyway. It just makes no sense. And truthfully, it's nice to yield with confidence. All right, so guys, that was Tune 3, which is the light tow tune. I don't plan on driving it around in Tune 3 often. Rather, I think I'm going to keep it in the street tune, which is about 100 horsepower and 150 foot-pounds of torque over stock. Again, there's a higher horsepower tune, but being that these trucks are relatively new, it's got the 10-speed in it. I just don't know how well it's going to adapt to that power. And plus, that's typically what I would drive any of my trucks around in otherwise, so it's going to be a very familiar power setting. But before we do that, I have to show you one of the coolest features of Duramax Tuner's specific shift on the fly. It's completely integrated. You don't have to mess with any tuners or anything like that. So check this out. We're in the truck right now. It is off. We are going to hold the ignition button for about 8 seconds until it wakes up. Here we go. So all we need to do to change the tune is simply press our cancel cruise button, and you can see that we are in Tune 2. Now if I go up, Tune 3. If I go up, Tune 4. If I go up, Tune 5. Down, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 is the enhanced factory tune. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Tune 4, which is that street tune setting. Now, there's another way that you can change the tunes as well when the truck's running. So we're gonna start it up here. That was my amp that just flickered. Turn this off. Now, same process. We're gonna hit cancel, and the glow plug light's gonna come on. So as I go up, it'll flash. It just flashed 5 times. I'm gonna go down, watch, it'll flash 4. Down. Tune 3, again up. And it's all controlled right here at your central command station. No messing with tuners, no messing with wires, no messing with OBD2 ports. It's like a factory setting. And that is absolutely freaking spectacular. Duramax tuner, good job, guys. That's so cool. Man, the throttle response, my God. Feels like the truck's alive. Now, it wasn't so much flooring it there by any means. I was probably at about 30 or 40% throttle. I just wanted to show you guys just how well it shifts immediately after getting these tunes loaded. Allison transmissions through all the generations of Duramaxes have always required somewhat of a learning phase, so I'm sure that it's going to get better. But one thing that the GM engineers did do from the factory is they really knocked it out of the park with the 10-speed in these new L5P Duramaxes, because they're just buttery, crispy smooth. I'm really a big fan. Now, I really notice a massive difference when we're here on the highway. Unfortunately, it's right about rush hour time, but I wouldn't lie to you guys and over-exaggerate by any means, but this truck lights up on the highway. I mean, you step into the gas and right away it'll drop a gear or 2 or 3, being that we got like 10 gears to choose from, and the power delivery is right there, and it packs a way harder punch. Like right now we're about to yield here, and I mean, like, we're talking this thing gets up and goes, guys. I'm actually very happy with this right now, because the truck feels totally alive, and it reminds me of all of what I knew that this truck had in it. It's just that I didn't have access to with that factory mapping. I am so unbelievably happy with the animal that Misfit now truly is. This thing is a beast. Yes, it is quiet. I get that, guys. And would it be better if it made a bunch of whistly cool sounds? Certainly. But for my need as my daily driver, I am unbelievably satisfied. Look at this monkey over here. Monkey man. And it was super simple. It unlocked the true potential of this truck. It gives me the shift on the fly ability. And being that I'm going to be putting this truck through multiple working instances, not only as my daily driver, but my family vehicle, getting the little man and my wifey to places that we want to be on the weekends, or towing my 32-foot tandem dovetail PJ, whatever the case might be, I can quickly, as you guys saw, press 2 buttons and I can choose my tunes that it is that I need for that specific use case. And honestly, I'm a man of the best of all worlds approach, and now I have it right here in the form of Misfit. Also, can we please take a minute to appreciate the amazing camaraderie between 2 blacked out Duramaxes right here in the driveway, and of course, grandfather LBZ keeping everybody in line, and then that animal back there just wanting to eat some souls. It's working on installing some bracing here on the building, as we do anticipate some winds tonight. Tomorrow, we're hoping to start bright and early on finishing the rear purlins and the tin on the roof, and then starting with the wainscoting, which I was calling it a black skirt for forever. So to my pole barn builders, carpenters, contractors, everybody out there that handles these things every day, I'm sorry, I sound like a complete idiot. The wainscoting is the black, I don't know, I keep calling it skirt, or the black trim that's going to go around 4 foot up on the bottom of the building, and then we'll build up from there. Clay color to match the house. So I got a pretty exciting video in store that I want to do for a true comparison test, where I have a factory L5P 2022 Duramax with a 10-speed, and now I have a tuned one that has 5 different speed settings. So I'm thinking in a future video, we're going to do a little bit of a face-off with that truck versus that truck, and we're going to see which one's faster. Obviously, we know it's going to be this truck. Granted, it's got a lot more rotating mass with these 14 wides than 355s, but it's going to be a nice comparison just to truly see how much more power punch we get out of these tunes. So now that brings us to some final takeaways and the questions that I'm not going to be able to answer right here on the vlog. And that's going to be pros and cons. What are the pros going to be? If I had to sit here and think about a few, I'd say, are we going to see an increase in fuel economy? Because we typically would in the race tune if we had a full exhaust on this truck. And will we see a reduced consumption of diesel exhaust fluid? Right now I have to fill up the tank roughly every 3,000 miles. So only time will tell. And then on the contrary, will there be any increase in problems or reliability issues? I don't think that there will be. I know the guys over at Duramax Tuner do a really good job, and truthfully it varies by vehicle. Sometimes you just get vehicles that do have issues even if they're brand new spanking new, but in this instance only time will tell. And I feel like I'm a pretty decent lab rat in this situation, because this truck will be put to pretty much every use possible. It'll dabble in them per se. It's not like it'll specialize in just one or the other. So that's where we're gonna wrap up this video, ladies and gentlemen. We got some really exciting things up and coming on the channel. Man, oh man, I cannot wait to continue working on this building right here. Thank you guys for the overwhelming support. It has been so much fun, not only saying that I have had a massive contributing component to this building, but also learning as much as I have. Guys, I encourage you to always step into things that you might not know how to do and just figure them out. It's one of the coolest things in life to get out of being an expert in whatever it is that you do and doing things that might not be all that familiar. You'd be amazed at what you could learn. And just sitting here envisioning the workspace that will be, it is so unbelievably exciting. Stay on the lookout for Dream Diesel giveaway number 19 announcement winner and number 20 launch coming up very, very soon. And I'll see you all in the next upload.